Hi beautiful souls, welcome to a new video, and I hope that the background noises aren't too much disturbing. I live in the streets in which a lot of buses and cars pass by. Today, my camera is like, I don't like it. I'll just, leave it like this. I got inspired today to make this video because I already have an online community group with my Dutch and Belgian students of the online course, and some topics arise to discuss, and one divine feminine was blaming her masculine, that he was the reason why she couldn't come to inner union. And something else also arose about how to deal with certain very painful, hurtful things that the masculine has said or done to you. The word itself already explains it. So it's actually impossible to really blame the masculine, and that's the part in which we awaken in this journey, in this process, because we start to realize that everything that they've said and done was just a response to your energy. So you can't blame them anymore. And yes, of course, it's very common and normal and human that all these painful things arise again and is constantly repeating itself through the ego mind, and it keeps you looping, and it triggers you again because of all of these thoughts that are constantly recreating these stories, these memories. And yes, it's all about observing them, but sometimes it's just not always easy to just observe, because our bodies respond to these memories, these painful memories of the masculine. And I give a lot of tools in my online course to help you to really observe your thoughts, because it's not only about observing, it has a lot of things to do with grounding yourself in the body, slowing down, so many other things that can help. But I found it quite funny actually, and I don't want to blame this feminine because it's just part of her process, but that she said that she blamed her masculine, and that he is the reason why she's still not in inner union. You know, that's constantly recreating, seeing separation. Because this journey helps you to reverse in how you respond to life. Instead of responding and reacting to what is happening outside of yourselves, you take it inwards again. And you observe, and you recognize that all these actions and all these painful words that the masculine said to you, or things that they did to you and that really were triggering, were actually them just being super loyal to your energy, to your frequency, your embodiment, your assumptions. And I know it's so frustrating, but just by recognizing that at this moment when they said these things or did these things, how was your energy? Were you expecting? Were you responding from a place of lack, needing them, feeling hopeless, needing confirmation, feeling disappointments. And these energies that you were embodying at that moment, they go through this 3D field of reality, and it creates itself through the words of the masculine and through their actions. And they often do this unconscious. I've heard this many times of masculines that they don't want to hurt you, but it's just how the energy works, and that's why they afterwards will have a lot of regrets. And some masculine can do very, very harmful, bad things. That doesn't mean that you have to let them do all these things and say these things. Of course, it's up to you also to set these boundaries, but then to go inwards as well and to recognize, okay, this was a mirror for me. It was me. I take my responsibility to change this, to change my energy, to really recognize that you were in a place of lack and that you were expecting for them to fill up this emptiness. So you bring this focus back to you and you observe what arises, you observe what you need, and you give it back to yourself. And so, again, the reason why you can't blame the masculine, for example, that you are still not in inner union, is because you are giving away your power. You are still living and responding from a place of 3D templates, thinking, being, the ego mind, being an individual, being in victimhood. You are still in the illusion of separation and attached to the behavior of the masculine, which is for you the reason why you feel like this, why you have these thoughts, why you got triggered. But it's your energy that is working through them as well to show you certain things, so that you can finally realize, it was me, I am the leader, I am the energetic leader, and they just respond to this. And I always like to use this metaphor of the mirror will only change when you start to focus on yourself instead of the reflection, and you take the responsibility of your own energy, your own feelings, your own thoughts and mental stories that are constantly repeating itself again and again. It was always you. You are the one. And yes, when you start to change in your energy and you shift, they will eventually start to do the same, because they are you in the energy. That's just how life in general responds, how this 3D realm constantly responds to your consciousness, your being, as within so without, and not reversed. If you want to dive deep into this, and you really want to make this shift, and you really want to feel these shifts in your energy and your embodiment, then you are so welcome into my complete course, Inner Union Activation. I extended the discount for 1 more week, so you can get the discounts until Sunday, which is March 8th, I think. Yes. And also something maybe interesting to know about when you step into my course is that you of course get lifetime access to all the videos, and I have this idea of, when more and more people are buying my course, to also create an online community which is connected to the course, and everyone who purchased the course now, before I create this online community, will immediately also get access to this membership of this community, in which we can discuss certain topics, in which I can answer all your questions, and maybe in the near future we can also have live calls together. And when I launch this online community, of course it's with a membership, so you pay per month, but everyone who stepped into the course before I launched the community will get free access. So that's an extra that you can get. I will link the online course in the description of this video as well, for my balancing course. Also my audio bundle with audios in which I help you activate soul frequency within, and the options to book a one-on-one with me. From now on you can choose between 30 minutes with me if you already had a session with me, and or you are a student of the course, or you can choose to book a 1 hour session with me as well. It's up to you. You can choose whatever you need. Thank you so much everyone for being here, and until the next one, so much love.